What happens when the bird finally breaks its cage, only to realize the sky is filled with predators? In Gleam, the third installment of Raven Kennedy's addictive and darkly romantic Plated Prisoner series, listeners are thrust into a world where survival is a daily battle and power is the only currency that matters. This is not just a fantasy romance. It is a visceral exploration of trauma, resilience, and the terrifying beauty of reclaiming one's agency. If you crave stories with fierce female protagonists, morally complex anti-heroes, and a magic system that is as brutal as it is breathtaking, this audiobook is an intense, emotional journey you won't want to pause. Prepare to return to Midas's kingdom, where gold is life and silence is death. The story picks up with Mira, the former plated prisoner, now navigating the treacherous waters of freedom. She has escaped the gilded cage of King Midas, but she is far from safe. Hunted by enemies who want her dead and allies who want to use her, Mira must learn to wield her newly awakened powers while grappling with the psychological scars of her captivity. Her relationship with Ransom, the king's right-hand man and her reluctant protector, has shifted from captor and captive to something far more complicated and dangerous. They are bound by blood, magic, and a shared history of violence, creating a dynamic that is both toxic and deeply intimate. The audiobook narration captures the raw emotion of their interactions, highlighting the tension between their desire for each other and their inability to trust. Raven Kennedy's writing is lush and evocative, painting a world that is both beautiful and horrifying. The concept of gleaming, the ability to turn living things into gold, is explored in depth, revealing the cost of such power. It is not just a weapon, it is a curse that isolates Mira from the very world she wants to save. The narrative delves into the psychology of abuse and recovery, showing how Mira struggles to define herself outside of her trauma. She is not a passive victim, she is a survivor who is learning to fight back, even if it means becoming something monstrous. The story asks difficult questions. Can you ever truly escape your past? And is it possible to find love when you believe you are broken beyond repair? As Mira trains to control her abilities, she uncovers secrets about the origin of her powers and the true nature of the kingdom's hierarchy. The plot twists are frequent and shocking, revealing connections between Mira, Ransom, and Midas that recontextualize the entire series. The political intrigue deepens, with rival factions vying for control of the gold mines and the people who can manipulate them. The pacing is relentless, moving from intense training sequences to high-stakes diplomatic confrontations. The audiobook format enhances the immersion, with sound design that evokes the clinking of gold and the whisper of magic, making you feel the weight of every decision Mira makes. But Gleam is more than just action and magic. It is a story about identity and the courage to change. Mira's journey is one of self-discovery, as she learns to embrace her strength without losing her humanity. Her relationship with Ransom evolves, becoming less about possession and more about partnership, though the shadows of their past still linger. The supporting cast, including the other prisoners and the royal court, adds layers of complexity to the narrative, showing how power corrupts and how hope survives in the darkest places. The chemistry between Mira and Ransom is electric, fueled by a mix of anger, lust, and genuine care that keeps listeners hooked. The climax of the book is a breathtaking sequence of events that tests Mira's limits and forces her to make a choice that will define her future. The resolution is satisfying, yet leaves enough threads dangling to set the stage for the next installment. It is a testament to Kennedy's skill that she can balance dark themes with moments of profound beauty and hope. For fans of dark fantasy romance, this audiobook is essential listening. It offers a perfect blend of escapism and emotional depth, allowing you to experience the thrill of magic and the pain of healing. Whether you are commuting or relaxing at home, Gleam will hold your attention captive. It is a reminder that even in a world of gold, the most valuable thing is the human spirit. So plug in your headphones, brace yourself for the shine, and prepare to be dazzled. This is a story that will leave you glowing.